This Saturday, the hottest brand in sports entertainment takes over Philadelphia. But tonight, we continue to bring the heat to Atlanta. This is NXT. And alongside Nigel McGuinness and Percy Watson, I'm Mauro Ranallo. And Percy, why don't you give us the 411 on what's going down in the 404 tonight?
Well, first of all, the tag team division is heating up, man. But the Street Profits had the biggest match of their career when they faced the most dominant tag team in NXT history, and that being the Authors of Pain. And the winner of that match gets to face Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia for the NXT Tag Team Championship.
Wow.
Well, Heavy Machinery with a big chest ahead of them tonight.
All about stakes and weights over here, boys. I was talking to Otis, and his New Year's resolution is to eat less carbs and eat more meat and marry Mandy Rose.
Well, fellas, Heavy Machinery with a big chest ahead of them tonight. Let's take a look back now to last month and a little context to tonight's match when the big fellas wanted to try a different sort of chest.
Hey, you got to lift it with your legs, big guy. Here we go. Yeah, move it out of the way so someone else can park there.
Yes!
Oh, what do we have here?
Guys, why are we jaw jacking here? Let's just get it on right here. Right now, check it.
Love that idea. I'm ready to go.
Assault!
As we saw there, Sabatelli drives a Maserati. You could say perhaps identifies with the slogan, luxury, sports and style.
I can't get over that. Two grown men can't share cars.
You can't just scout their athletic gifts, both world-class athletes, both gridiron gladiators, and now both looking to, well, form a successful tandem here in NXT, but they do face a tough test in the form of Heavy Machinery as the NXT Tag Team Division continues to heat up here in 2018.
Look at the size of Dozovic. Oh. That's the immovable object if ever I saw it.
Collar and elbow tie-up, and who will win this test of strength? Well,
Too much power.
Dozovic letting Sabatelli know it's all about the stakes and weights.
Big boy Dozovic bench press 580 something. Whoa!
Oh, but what a beautiful drop kick executed by Sabatelli.
Oh, that had no effect. Whoa!
Dozovic just shook that drop kick off.
Strong shoulder block from Dozovic. Remnants of the old Ole Anderson.
Speaking of a Georgia icon, and look at the strength of Dozovic catching Sabatelli and body slamming him hard on the canvas.
That's impressive. That's some power to catch a man on thin air.
And Dozovic just buried Sabatelli in the corner with that Stinger splash tag was made. And wow, the big man Tucker Knight with a Senton Atomico. And he gets a 1 count. All night, Tucker Knight, a 2-time state runner-up in high school, but was an All-American at Arizona State. Look at this. Front face lock into a giant swing.
Wow, that was almost a guillotine at the same time.
Wow.
And look what he did. He let go near his own corner. That's a mistake. He allowed him to make the tag.
And in comes Riddick Moss. Drop toe hold, and man, the deceptively quick Tucker Knight back into that front face lock.
I don't think it was a mistake at all, Nigel. He's clearly dominating this match.
You don't think letting in the stronger man, the fresher man is a mistake, Percy. That's why you're sat where you're sat.
And Moss now
Two seats away from you.
go behind by Knight. Some good mat grappling here. It's Tucker Knight going back to his roots, and oh, what's good for Sabatelli is going to be, well, not so good for Moss.
Anything to say, Nigel?
Couldn't hold on to the front face lock, that's all I'm saying.
Tag is made, in comes Otis Dozovic and Heavy Machinery.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, a bit of the WWE Hall of Famers, the Bushwhackers coming out of Dozovic and Knight, paying homage to one of the great tandems. Oh, well, from the Bushwhackers to Scotty to Hottie.
What is
But he
this?
calls this the Caterpillar. The big elbow, the cover. Oh, and Sabatelli in to save the day.
That is one of the most ridiculous things I have ever seen.
Sabatelli helping his partner Moss, and then shot blocking. Dozovic, Moss also
No matter how
spending
big
time
you
on
are.
the gridiron. And here comes Sabatelli grounding and pounding Otis Dozovic.
Well, that's what Moss and Sabatelli had to do.
And they've elevated their game. They had a burgeoning rivalry with the Street Profits, who are another team that promises big things in 2018. It's Moss now with big punches on Dozovic.
I got to give it to him. I mean, Riddick and Moss, that was a smart thing to do. As big as Otis is, any man, no matter the size, you can hit in the back of the knee, you're going down.
You mentioned the Profits, and of course, they have that big match with the Authors of Pain later tonight. The winners to get that title opportunity. NXT TakeOver Philadelphia.
And both of these teams with designs on future opportunities at the NXT Tag Team title. Belly to back suplex by Dozovic. And Tucker Knight is chomping at the bit. Tag made. Series of shoulder tackles, ducks under the clothesline. Big hip toss by Knight on Moss. Oh, the big man goes up for the drop kick.
Shoulder vertical off, big boy, I see you.
Tucker Knight bringing his A game and smashing into Moss, and a beautiful hip toss on Sabatelli. And Heavy Machinery firing on all pistons, but wait a minute! Big hook no! Moss and Sabatelli stole that, literally! Guys, his feet were on the rope.
I mean, clearly, but nonetheless, they won this match, right? They won this match against Heavy Machinery.
It will officially go down as a victory for the team of Riddick Moss and Tino Sabatelli, stopping Heavyweight's momentum in its tracks.
Oh, 100%. It was clear as day. Let's take another look at how that match ended.
And when I say heavyweight, I mean Heavy Machinery.
Here it was, Tucker Knight putting Sabatelli out. Wasn't aware where Moss was, and at the last second, putting his feet on the top ropes. Here's from a different angle. You see how he waited until the referee's view was distracted to put his feet on the ropes. Yes, it wasn't fair,
Replay is
Morrow.
hit and miss in other sports, but come on, if ever there was a reason to bring instant replay to sports entertainment, we just saw it firsthand.
Let's get real, boys. TakeOver is our event. Ever since we've arrived here in NXT, TakeOver has been about the Undisputed Era, and for good reason. In TakeOver Philadelphia, I go one-on-one. I fight Aleister Black in an extreme rules match like that's supposed to scare me or make me afraid. Aleister, there are 1,000,001 ways for me to not only beat you in this match, but 1,000,001 ways for me to hurt you. And in Philadelphia, I will mangle and embarrass Aleister Black. Champs,
AOP or Street Profits? Street Profits or AOP? The one constant is that everybody wants a shot at the NXT Tag Team titles. What they fail to realize is that this is the Undisputed Era. This is our era, and you all are just living in it.
Gentlemen, what it is that you are competing for is the right to step up and get dropped by Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, NXT's undisputed tag team champions.
Will TakeOver continue to be all about the truculent trio? Last week, NXT General Manager William Regal made the match between Black and Cole an Extreme Rules affair. We'll find out if Cole can, quote, mangle and embarrass Aleister Black, close quote, at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia.
Well, getting back to tonight, two men also looking to get into that conversation for the NXT title. The Messiah of the Backbreaker and the impressive newcomer Fabian Aichner will face off one-on-one, and that match is next.
Possible to reinforce an entire city. I think Philadelphia better be ready.
Welcome back to NXT TV. We want to give a special shout out to Asking Alexandria for the song When the Lights Come On. It's one of the theme songs of NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. It's available on iTunes and Spotify. Well, if Adam Cole's lights go out at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, it probably means he ate one of Aleister Black's signature kicks. Dutch Destroyer can't wait to perform Black Mass in what promises to be a wild ride into the heart of darkness.
You'll never beat us! Cole, now! Oh, God!
You brought me to this realm.
Adam Cole at TakeOver Philadelphia. Your match with Aleister Black is now an Extreme Rules match.
I do not require extensions of myself as I was born a weapon. You brought me through this realm, Adam. You chose this path, and I will show true strength by exploiting your weakness. And now I will rip you through that veil. I embody Extreme. Allow yourself to fade to black.
Well, Adam Cole has every reason to be a confident guy, but even he has to have some nerves facing such a dominating striker as Aleister Black.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 200 pounds, Roderick Strong.
Nigel, Adam Cole was also confident enough to think he could conscript Roderick Strong to join the Undisputed Era. That didn't work out so well.
It certainly didn't. There's some men that just don't have a price, contrary to what Ted DiBiase used to say.
But Strong is willing to pay the price to become NXT champion. He and Aleister Black joined forces to challenge Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly for the NXT Tag Team Championships. The aforementioned Adam Cole ensured that that was not a smooth first sailing.
And his opponent,
we talked about Roderick Strong, who was vied for the NXT Championship, the NXT Tag Team Championship. Looking into my crystal ball, and yes, it's cracked, guys, I see this guy, Fabian Aichner, one day vying for championship gold of his own.
I completely agree, and I can see that. This is Mr. Next Level. Lives his life by the 3 rules, man. 1, outwork everyone. 2, take risks. 3, seize the opportunity.
He has come a long way since his humble beginnings in an Italian village of fewer than 2,000 people. Known as the Next Level, well, he's facing next level competition tonight in the form of Roderick Strong.
Certainly going to be a big test for him. Aichner more muscular than Strong, but Strong, we've just seen this man move time and time again. He's just almost unstoppable.
He's got an engine, he's got a motor.
Trying for the top wrist lock, couldn't get it, so went for the hammerlock instead.
Reversal into a hammerlock of his own by Strong. Fabian Aichner really opened eyes when he competed in the inaugural Cruiserweight Classic. Yes, this man was once a cruiserweight and showing the commitment to his craft, willing to lose the weight, but since then, he's packed on nearly 30 pounds of muscle and is ready to take the NXT heavyweight division by storm.
And he's lost none of that agility along the way. Look at that momentum.
I mean, let's keep in mind now how he took it to Andrade Cien Almas. I mean, he took it to him, he almost had him.
There's the agility of Roderick Strong, the leapfrog, and the leg lariat. It results in a 2 count. Oh, a well-placed knee to the midsection by Aichner. Oh, and a back elbow by Strong.
Right.
Beautiful counter by Aichner. Wow, and there's the strength. Oh, power slam as he caught Roderick Strong in mid-move. Color me impressed. And the student of the game, Fabian Aichner, with the abdominal stretch on Roderick Strong in this compelling one-on-one matchup, but Strong able to break the grip and now look to light up Aichner, but again, Aichner a step ahead, Nigel, showcasing his power and showcasing that back press that results in a 2.
Every time Strong tried to create some separation with some strikes.
We talk about how impressive Aichner's been. Let's not forget, he holds a victory over the current #1 contender for the NXT title, Johnny Gargano. And of course, Gargano will hope to dethrone Andrade Cien Almas 1 week from this Saturday at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, only on the WWE Network. Aichner's confidence growing. Strong lands on his feet. Reversal on the Irish whip by Aichner, but it's Strong that bounces off the ropes with that leaping lariat.
Oh, here we go. Roderick Strong is taking it to Fabian. Here we go.
Oh, like the crack of a whip. Forearm to follow. Here it is. Oh, no.
Wow, he's looking for the Olympic slam. Well scouted by Aichner. Turns it into an arm drag. Look at the strength of Roderick Strong. Messiah of the backbreaker. Crack in the back of Aichner. Is it enough to put him away? Aichner powers out at 2.
As this match picks up pace now, this really is one of those matches that just epitomizes what it means to be NXT, the absolute very best in sports entertainment today.
Yes, the action hotter than Havana. Each of these two gladiators looking to smoke each other like a Cuban cigar, and it's Roderick Strong that just ate that European uppercut. And Rodolfo con Hero, the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Aichner. And it really is going to come down to who makes that critical mistake, Nigel. Both of these two warriors have done their homework.
Absolutely, it's been almost 50-50.
I mean, this has been back and forth, but I feel like Aichner has been just one step ahead for the most part of his match.
See what he does here.
Aichner with the springboard, but caught by Strong into another half Nelson backbreaker.
There was just a momentary pause on the top rope that gave Strong the advantage.
Oh, look at the
now
pressure.
the
He's got a
stronghold,
tap.
yes.
And the stronghold results in the tap out. Roderick Strong submits Fabian Aichner.
Roderick Strong.
Well, it was a match that took it to the next level. What NXT is all about, Roderick Strong besting Fabian Aichner. But even in defeat, and Nigel, you'd look at it, yeah, you could take it as a loss. He takes it as a learning experience.
Every time you go in there, you learn something. Percy, you said you thought he was a step ahead. Let's take a look here. He just got caught, he was a step behind. A momentary pause, and that was just enough for Strong to adjust, hit that backbreaker, and quickly follow up with that stronghold backbreaker with a quick tap from Aichner.
Roddy versus the world. Roderick Strong still has his sights on becoming a world champion.
Last week, someone came out here looking for a fight. And his words, they just keep echoing in my head because I feel the exact same way. Since joining NXT, I've ran through all the competition that has been thrown at me, just like him. I stepped into this ring with a force like something I've never felt before. But that brings me joy, because that is a force that I want to destroy. I'm talking to you, Lars Sullivan.
Hey, fellas, look, I've seen Roderick Strong do things to Lars Sullivan in the ring that I've seen no man on the roster do. But I mean, this is a man who truly believes that he can slay the dragon, and it's all about confidence.
What does it say about his gumption, his heart, his courage, willing to go back into the belly of the beast once again to face Lars Sullivan? And while Roderick Strong looks to reinvigorate his career, well, Australian tag team TM61, who have not been in an NXT ring for a year, they're looking to do the same.
Hey, Australia.
Want to do the same thing?
Nick Miller, Shane Thorne, TM61 right here. And if you want to throw in any Australian lingo, you can.
Ours is mostly cuss words and headbutts.
Come on down, NXT, we'll be in your bloody town. She'll be right. Bring your mum, bring your mates.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
We are TM61.
Nick Miller and Shane Thorne.
We are here. We are ready.
One of the hottest tag teams on the planet. These guys have had success around the globe, from Australia to Japan. The NXT Universe is real at TM61.
We are the mighty, and the mighty don't kneel.
Clear.
All right. Yeah.
I like that first one with all the swearing.
I'm pretty sure that's the one they're going to go with.
Back when Shane and I first started, there was not a whole lot of wrestling in Australia, and the concept and the idea of wrestling in America, wrestling anywhere but Australia, was mind-blowing. I first met Shane when I was 16 at the wrestling school that we were both at for the promotion then.
I said hello to him, he said nothing.
I pretty much thought he was insane, for lack of a better word.
Enthusiastic.
Well, 6 months later, Shane started wrestling. So you may say that I don't want to say a hero to Shane, but I mean, if that word was thrown around.
We're very different people outside of the ring, but we click pretty well.
They train together, they travel together, they wrestle together. They're best of friends.
Things you wouldn't think would go together, and then for some reason it just works. A natural chemistry, I think, between the two of us.
We know what each other is gonna do before we even do it. Oh, I thought you were gonna high five.
Nope.
My bad.
For those first few years, we were wrestling against each other, professionally and personally, I guess.
I mean, you did knock me half unconscious.
You ran into my foot.
I did run into his foot. I thought we brought out the best in each other.
The best wrestlers in the entire world.
So there was no reason why, teaming together, we couldn't do the same thing. Even if you're stuck at the bottom, if you're there with a mate, you can enjoy anything.
The first step in our plan was Harley Race runs a pro wrestling camp every year.
When you walk in that ring, come in there with everything you got.
To a lot of people, the idea of going and doing a training camp seems beneath them, but the opportunity that Harley Race presented was 100 times worth it. This guy who's like a god in wrestling called WWE for us every day for a week to get us a tryout until they caved and they finally had a look at us two scrawny kids.
Number 3, Michael Nichols.
Number 4, Shane Razor.
Quiet roll.
Doing a tryout with people like Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Xavier Woods.
Try to look like an athlete at some point.
But it was eye-opening to see that we weren't at that level yet. We needed a few more steps before we got there.
There's a concept they use in Japan called a young boy. Basically started at the very bottom. We were making barely any money.
Sleeping in a tiny dojo, we had to wake up at 8 in the morning to clean the place, training every day.
I think that you really appreciate something when you've earned every single part of it.
The defining moment for us was when we had the GHC Junior Tag Title match.
Harley was sitting ringside.
You've got your chance. Show these people what you can do.
There's a point that you get to where there's something that's more important than titles. It comes down to respect. The story of Shane and my career has been getting to a certain point, starting at the bottom and working your way back up.
It's time for the rest of the world to see what we can do.
You would be hard-pressed to find a better mentor than WWE Hall of Famer Harley Race. Hey, our special look at the Australian tandem TM61 continues next week on NXT TV.
But still to come, two teams who have the chance to show what they can do now when the Sultans of Swag face the most dominating tag team in NXT history. The AOP battle the Profits later tonight on NXT.
Look, I gotta talk to Aaliyah, y'all. Every time I see her, she's like, hey, I got some Drake tickets for you. I'm waiting on the weekend tickets too. I mean, what's up? Can I get my tickets, Aaliyah? What's up with the 6?
The cat's meow. She is a Illyrophile. There's the word of the year for you.
I don't know what either of you are talking about.
Cat lover.
Oh, what about
Illyrophile. But she is here to want to send a message to the NXT Women's Division. Of course, champion Ember Moon having her hands full with Shayna Baszler. Yes, the lady of NXT, Lacey Evans. She, well, you can see mixes the glamour of a pinup model, but she has the discipline of a warrior. Joined the U.S. Marines, graduated with honors from Fort Leonard Hood, and served as military police and on the special reaction team. And what an inspiring story. Once lived in a tent just to survive night.
Absolutely incredible. Came from a large family. 7 children, believe it or not. 6 girls, Stacy, Lacey, Casey, Macy, JC and Tracy, and 1 brother. You know his name?
It rhymes with AC.
Bob.
So a chance for both Aaliyah and Lacey Evans to move up the proverbial ladder here in the NXT Women's Division. And of course, the inaugural Mae Young Classic putting women's sports entertainment front and center. And man, it's no longer a revolution. It's all about the evolution of the game now, Nigel.
Absolutely, and this is where the women could compete with the men on every level. Great technical exchange here. Oh, wait a second. I spoke too soon.
Of course, the first ever Women's Royal Rumble coming up. A test to the growth of the women, and what a beautiful bridging escape by Lacey Evans on Aaliyah, looking for the backslide. Aaliyah lands on, well, she was looking to land on a vertical base, recovers with a forearm.
Snapmare.
Rolling crucifix by Aaliyah. Evans' shoulders are down through a 2 count.
Seeing some great technical exchanges here.
Reversal on the Irish whip. Back first goes Aaliyah into the corner. Evans with a tip up, lands on the apron. Oh, and Lacey Evans taking liberties with that top rope and burning the cheek of Aaliyah, rubbing the face along the top rope, and the slingshot elbow drop by Evans. And Aaliyah able to kick out.
It was a pretty clear sort of 50-50 exchange when it came to technical competition early on. Lacey Evans just trying to change the strategy. Not a bad game plan.
Oh.
She's taller, potentially stronger.
Now,
whoa, look at that.
Evans utilizing the real estate of the ring.
That's smart. Use whatever's available to you.
What a phenomenal shape that Lacey Evans is in. Still has a six-pack. Has a 4-year-old son at home as well. This girl's incredible.
Hey, once a Marine, always a Marine.
Oh! And that will drive the air out of the midsection of Aaliyah. Cover hooks a leg, and Lacey Evans desperately trying to put away the resilient Aaliyah. Aaliyah pops back with a forearm, another forearm across the jaw, and Aaliyah now trying to fight her way back into this contest.
What she's going to have to do,
European uppercut.
She's feisty, she's determined. Slightly smaller stature. Well, it doesn't matter with a clothesline like that.
Explodes out of the corner with that clothesline, levels Lacey Evans. Northern Lights suplex with a bridge. Evans down for a 2 count only.
Aaliyah's face now. A moment of indiscretion, a moment of doubt perhaps.
Oh, jawbreaker by Evans, but both of them bearing the brunt of that desperation move.
Aaliyah hesitated just a second too long. Allow Lacey to recompose herself and hit something on it.
Oh, and Lacey Evans just jacked Aaliyah with that right hand from Hades.
Got all of it.
And she realizes that she may have knocked Aaliyah out, goes for the cover. Lacey Evans picks up the dude.
Lacey surprised herself.
Lacey Evans seemingly shocked by the amount of TNT in that right hand of hers.
That was strong. Pulled that fist up and she threw it right upside the jaw. Let's take another look here. It was that chin breaker to get the advantage. Both women in opposite corners. Here she's lying in wait. She knows what she knew what she had planned. I didn't think she knew the effect of it though.
How can Mr. Regal continue to allow the lowest forms of societal trash just walk around the NXT Women's Division? It's time that a proper, sophisticated, powerful woman clean house. And I just think I'll start with the classless psychos like Nikki Cross. Or the confused, whatever she is, Ember Moon. Or of course, the pathetic pirate.
Whoa.
Wait. What? Shayna Baszler, the Queen of Spades, the Mae Young Classic finalist, the dangerous mixed martial artist who was brought her punishing brand of submission-style grappling to NXT. Oh no, Aaliyah was knocked out by Lacey Evans. What?
Oh, come on.
What's Baszler doing?
Aaliyah is absolutely
picking away at the
defenseless.
carcass. Now.
There it is.
Come on, don't do this.
Kirifuda clutch.
Remember, Shayna Baszler said that she is here to just make a statement, punish everyone, and she has taken she sent her message in a frightening way, but she has taken advantage of those who have already been hurt.
I mean, I completely get it. I know you're trying to make a statement, but this is the second time she's pulled something like this.
Aaliyah is out. Desperately, she tried to tap. The referee trying to break that hold.
Remember, Shayna Baszler almost broke Dakota Kai's arm, and now Ember Moon again has seen enough of Shayna Baszler's destruction. Ember Moon has seen enough of Baszler's bullying tactics.
But is Ember Moon playing into Shayna Baszler's game plan?
Shayna, you want to bully someone, Shayna? Well, I dare you to try that with me. Get in this ring right here, and let's do this right now. I don't have my gear. I'll do it when it's for your title. So you don't have your gear? Is that what you're telling me? Well, you name the time and you name the place. And I'll bring my title, and you better not forget your gear, Shayna, because I'm gonna beat your ass.
What?
Simon, please. Philadelphia. Make sure you bring that title.
She said, I'll do it when the title's on the line. She may get that opportunity.
It is rare that we see this person, a champion, challenging.
So I guess I did hear that right. You're absolutely right. It's normally the other way around, a competitor or opponent calling out the champion, not the other way around.
Well, I mean, she can complain all she wants. The bottom line, it's up to William Regal to make the match. Well, it's certainly been a monumentous year for the most exciting, talked about brand in sports entertainment. And now you, the NXT Universe, have the opportunity to make your voice heard, because the voting for the NXT Year-End Awards is now open. For more information and to find out how you can get involved, go to WWE.com.
Mr. Regal, we saw what just happened between Ember Moon and Shayna Baszler. Your thoughts?
It's against my better judgment. But if that's what Ember wants, then I will acquiesce the champion. So at TakeOver Philadelphia, it will be Ember Moon defending her NXT Women's Championship against Shayna Baszler.
Oh, Mr. Regal, just the man I wanted to see. No. This time, you stay. I want you to get this. So everybody knows that Johnny Gargano has zero chance at winning at TakeOver Philadelphia. Okay, let's look at the facts here. He was carried in a tag team. Andrade Cien Almas beat him not just once, but twice. He has zero chance at winning at all. But Velveteen Dream had a good point last week. He actually deserves this title opportunity way more than Johnny Gargano does. And if Johnny wants to prove something to his doubters, prove something to himself and to me, he should put that title opportunity on the line against Velveteen Dream in that match.
I would advise Johnny Gargano not to do that.
Of course you would. Because you know, just like Johnny knows and everybody else knows, that he would lose. Because Johnny Wrestling is a lie. It's a sham. He is a loser. Nothing? Fine. If you want Johnny Gargano to compete in the most humiliating match in TakeOver history, the NXT champion, Andrade Cien Almas, and I are happy to oblige.
It was full of his ups and its downs, but just like any roller coaster, oh, I had a lot of fun, baby. But I learned in 2018, I guarantee you right now, it's gonna be the year of no way, Jose. So get on board while you can, because the conga line straight to the top. It starts next week.
The atmosphere is going to be electric when No Way Jose finds his way back to NXT TV next week. Speaking of electric, it's now official. Ember Moon will defend the NXT Women's Championship against the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler, at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia 1 week from this Saturday, only on the WWE Network.
Hey, fellas, look, again, it's rare that a competitor calls out, a champion calls out a competitor. But I mean, Ember Moon thrives on competition. This is her house now, and she believes that Shayna Baszler just does not play by the rules.
Well, to be honest with you, Shayna Baszler has her own rules.
Yes, and of course, Undisputed Era, they don't play by the rules either. The tag team champions, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Wayne waits to, what? Oh, wait a minute, it's Johnny Gargano. Johnny Wrestling has made his way to ringside. And of course, 1 week from this Saturday, he's supposed to challenge Andrade Cien Almas for the NXT Championship. You know the NXT Universe supports him, but there still are many doubters, Nigel.
Well, I'm sure he considers Vega one of them, perhaps Regal as well.
I just saw Mr. Regal's conversation with Selena Vega. I hear the buzz. I know what everyone's saying. I hear everyone talking behind my back. Zelina Vega, Velveteen Dream, and maybe even Mr. Regal. They all doubt my ability to beat Andrade Cien Almas. You know what? You know what? I am done being doubted around here. I am not a broken man. I am not a loser. This is not a fluke. This is my time. This is my opportunity, and no one is gonna stop me. You hear that? You hear that? Do you hear that? Velveteen Dream, you want me to put my opportunity on the line? Fine, you got it next week.
No.
What?
You got your shot, Velveteen Dream, because for the first time in a very long time, I know exactly who I am. I am Johnny Gargano. I am Johnny freaking Wrestling. And I am the next NXT champion.
Wow. Never have I seen Johnny Gargano more fired up. The self-belief is prevalent. And Johnny Gargano wants to silence all the doubters, but guys, he's willing to risk what many superstars lay at night dreaming about, an opportunity to become NXT champion. He's willing to risk it all.
He's willing to risk it all, but do you think that's a smart move? I mean, he wants to silence all the doubters. Do you think it's perhaps like the Bard? Val does protest too much. Maybe the biggest doubt is in Johnny Gargano.
Johnny Gargano is willing to put it all on the line. Conversely, the Undisputed Era is more than happy to take shortcuts to success. Now here's the footage from last week that we were going to show you before Johnny Wrestling showed up to address the NXT Universe. Cole, Fish, and O'Reilly with a preemptive strike on Sanity prior to their scheduled rematch for the NXT Tag Team Championship.
So you're gonna get it! It's the Undisputed Era! When are you three morons gonna get it? What have you guys done now? What have you guys done?
We make the rules. You follow the rules.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall, and the winner will head to NXT TakeOver Philadelphia to face Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 492 pounds, Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, the Street Profits.
The Sultans of the Swag already displaying too much sauce. Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford. A breakout 2017, but they called out every single NXT tag team, including the champions. And Nigel, how are you enjoying the view, my man? Montez Ford in the house.
Get that grimace off your face, Nigel. Look at that gear, man. New gear, new year. Look at Montez Ford with that gold glove on, ready to rock and roll, boy. Tunnel vision to the tag team titles.
They ended the year proclaiming that 2018 was going to be theirs, that they were coming for the gold. They are now one win away from challenging for the NXT Tag Team titles.
Well, what a huge opportunity gifted to them by William Regal to put them in this match with this opportunity.
Gifted? They've earned this opportunity, Nigel.
Come on now.
That's arguable.
That being said, this is the biggest match of their career to date, happening right now.
You couldn't tell by the looks on his face.
Undefeated in the NXT ring. They're putting that all on the line against one of the most dominant tag teams in NXT history.
And their opponent, accompanied by Paul Ellering, at a combined weight of 615 pounds, Angel, Rizard, the authors of Pain.
WWE Hall of Famer Paul Ellering used to be in charge of another legendary tag team that ran roughshod in this part of the world here in Atlanta and beyond, the Road Warriors. Well, Authors of Pain, they are chronicling their own era of dominance in NXT, Nigel.
Well, you said they were perhaps one of the most dominant. I would say they are the most dominant tag team in NXT history.
They're about to go down before the bell even rings.
Just look at the size of these behemoths.
Hey, fellas, I've read an interesting tweet from Paul Ellering. He said, in 2018, tag teams, heed my words and mark them well. The darkest hour is just before the dawn. The dawn is never coming.
Well, the darkest, the dawn, one thing is for certain. These two teams, for one, their fortunes are about to rise because the winner of this match will challenge Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly for the NXT Tag Team Championship 1 week from this Saturday at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, only on the WWE Network. And yes, Authors of Pain, a huge experience edge in all facets.
Yeah, experience, but size and strength as well. Maybe not agility.
The athleticism of Montez Ford. He gets dumped by Akam.
Well, he needs to stir it up, Percy, right?
Yeah. Didn't work the first time, change the game plan.
Diving, well, a cross body was caught by Akam, and Akam had the presence of mind to bring Ford to hostile territory, and he and his partner, Razor, now working over Ford. Razor goes for the cover. Ford escapes. Authors of Pain were a part of that historic War Games match.
This is clearly not going the way the Street Profits thought it would.
Sanity supplanted Authors of Pain as NXT Tag Team Champions at TakeOver Brooklyn 3. But currently, the NXT Tag Team titles belong to Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. And the Street Profits would love to, well, be considered profits if they were to deliver on their promise.
You got to think, if you're O'Reilly and Fish and you had a choice between the Profits and the Authors of Pain, who do you think they'd choose?
You'd have to go with the Street Profits, Nigel. I know that's what you want to hear me say.
There you go. Full Nelson, and look, he may even get a submission here.
The power of Akam. Olympic caliber wrestler. Just spiked Ford to the canvas, and yet Ford is able to escape.
I got to say, I thought that was it right there. With the amount of height and the amount of impact that Montez Ford just took, I thought it was over.
I did too. He almost moved him through the road.
And we see the tag team continuity on display between Razor and Akam. And Razor, much more vocal than I'm used to hearing him.
These guys are just getting more confident by the week, and Paul Ellering on the outside guiding them. You can understand why.
Well, they have designs on a second reign as NXT Tag Team Champions, and the Authors of Pain are dominating the Street Profits. We're back with this high-stakes tag team match. The stakes don't get any higher. To the victor go the spoils in the form of an opportunity to become NXT Tag Team Champions at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia 1 week from this Saturday. Akam and Razor, they really want to make a statement here tonight at Center Stage in Atlanta.
I guarantee you, if you're fishing O'Reilly, he's got to put the fear of God into you, right? Front face lock or a guillotine. Could get a submission here. Look at the free arm there. If that drops, this match is over. Ford's got to try to tuck his chin to prevent this.
Well, we mentioned the Road Warriors. There were so many legendary tag teams and competed in this venue over the years of Midnight Express, the Rock and Roll Express, and the NXT Tag Team division continues to grow. And here we have, well, the decorated ex-champions against a team on the come-up, the Street Profits.
This is the most compromised position that Montez Ford could possibly be in, on his stomach, with one of the members of Authors of Pain gripping his neck. He can't hardly breathe at the moment.
Ford's trying to get to his partner to make the tag, but with that man in front of you, you're never going to do it. Try to get to the ropes, get a break, and then run for your life.
And the positioning, the ring awareness of Razor, putting himself between Ford and his partner, Angelo Dawkins.
How is he moving the bigger man? This is incredible. I take my word back.
The resilience of Montez Ford, but then the veteran, Razor, he made a mistake. A rare mistake by the Authors of Pain, and Angelo Dawkins looking to exploit it. Dynamic drop kick. Balls over Razor. Another running clothesline by Dawkins.
Keep it going.
Oh,
.360 stinger splash by Dawkins. Montez Ford going all the way up to the high rent district.
Would this be an upset if Street Profits defeated AOP?
You ain't
Double
kidding.
team drop kick into the spine buster, and AOP almost vanquished by the Street Profits. Oh! Akam almost taking Dawkins, knocking off with that clothesline. The screams, the banshee screams of battle. Oh no. The Emperor Paul Ellering with the thumbs down. Oh,
I've
guys.
seen this too many times.
Oh, Super Collider. Authors of Pain decimating the Street Profits. But they're not done. Is this the last chapter for the Street Profits tonight?
That's a clear message to Fish and O'Reilly.
What a message!
The Authors of Pain.
What a statement!
AOP is coming, and they will not be stopped. They are coming with the NXT Tag Team title.
Let's take a look here how this match went down. Got to give it to the Street Profits. They managed to make a tag twice against the bigger man and nearly pull off the upset.
I got to say, I thought that was going to be it, but Razor Akam was able to get in there and help to turn things around.
And then here, the Super Collider in the center. It was all done at this point.
I tell you what, after this, Nigel Morrow, AOP is facing O'Reilly and Bobby Fish for the tag team titles. I mean, that's it.
We talked about the Authors of Pain perhaps being the most dominant tag team in NXT history. They just redefined dominance. The Authors of Pain will be yet to write their final chapter. And 1 week from this Saturday at NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, they will try to become two-time NXT Tag Team Champions when they challenge Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly only on the WWE Network.